Sitting around you will be loads of items with a label or a tag that specifies where that good or item comes from. But what are these made-in labels? What is the history and what does it tell us about this increasingly globalised world we all find ourselves in? I'm Moby. Welcome to Key Moby Talks History. Please do like and subscribe for more. Made-in labels, also known as country of origin labels, specify where the given item was manufactured. In front of me, I have a Pritt stick, which was made in Germany. I have Vaseline, which was made in Poland. I have a little car, which was made in Malaysia, and my microphone made in China. Country of origin labels have a very long history, longer than perhaps you'd expect. The first date back to at least 5,000 years ago, with some from ancient Egypt. Archaeological remains were found in Pompeii, again with a country of origin label or location-specific label. Location-specific labels have been commonplace for the entire history of commerce. In the medieval period, towns would label their goods based on where they come from, due to competition at the market. Lavenham, a wealthy medieval town in Suffolk, labelled its main export, its fabric, Lavenham blue, as it sent it across the country and even across the world. These country of origin labels became much more important in the 19th century due to the increasing spread of industrial empires across the world. But made-in labels were not always a positive thing. They did not always denote national pride. In fact, quite often they denoted national xenophobia. In 1887, the UK passed the Merchandise Marks Act, which specified where items were from, but particularly made in Germany. Now, at this period of time, with German reunification, this resurgent industrial state, people were anxious, people were afraid, and people were xenophobic. The Made in Germany label was part of a wider anti-German sentiment that condemned these foreign goods as lesser, as worse. People attacked sausages as vulgar. People changed the names of streets. It was much the same in America, where the 1890 Tariff Act, also known as the McKinley Act, made sure that certain goods had the made-in label. And this fit with the government agenda of isolationism. Anything made in the US was great, anything made outside was very, very bad and should be disincentivized. And this was reinforced by the 1930 Tariff Act. But with the increasingly globalized world we live in, made-in labels are increasingly confusing. Where is something made if the supply chain for it stretches across many different countries and even continents? Something made in China may actually have been partly assembled in America, in Malaysia, in India, but yet have a Made in China logo. Likewise, for things that are said to be made in the UK. It is difficult to determine what is made where. In the UK, the rules of origin state that the materials need to be sufficiently worked or processed in the given country to denote where it comes from. And in the EU, it's similar. Wherever the last substantial transformation occurred is where you can put made in the EU label. And it can be controversial. In 2024, Boohoo, a large clothing brand, was found to have labelled some of its clothes were made in UK, despite it being made in Pakistan. There is a real incentive to making sure that it is right, not only in compliance with the laws, but also to incentivize consumers. In 2020, a University of Chicago study found that people in America were more likely to pay higher prices for made in USA goods than foreign goods. People tend to see made-in labels made in their own country as more ethical and of higher quality. In 2025, it was found that the luxury Italian clothes brand Loro Piana were labelling their clothes made in Italy, which they were, but they were being made in some sweatshops just outside Milan, subcontracted to some other companies. Wherever the label comes from, it makes a huge difference to consumer decisions. Have you ever been subconsciously swayed about one purchase over another based on a label? Is that right? Or is it good to provide information and choice to people? I've been Moby, as I always have been. This is Key Moby Talks History, And please do like and subscribe for more videos about history and the world that we live in. I find it interesting and I hope you do too.